everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Vanessa and I make lots of bookish and writing related content. So if that's something you're into, stick around and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So for today's video, I'm bringing you some of my favorite middle grade series to get sucked into when you're stuck at home. I know some of you, like me, love middle grade books no matter how old we get, and some of you may have kids that are reading middle grade books right now. And with schools being closed for the time being, these books could be great for your kiddos to sink their teeth into. The first series I'm going to recommend is the School for Good and Evil series by Simone Shanani. This was originally a trilogy, but the author continued on, so I think there's like 5 or 6 books in the series now. I've read the first 3 books, and it can be read as a trilogy. The story does wrap up with the 3rd book. I have the 4th one, I haven't gotten to it yet, so I don't know what the continuation of the series is about. So the School for Good and Evil, we have our main characters, Agatha and Sophie, who are best friends, and they're both taken to the School for Good and Evil. The School for Good teaches students how to be fairy tale heroes and princes and princesses, while the School for Evil teaches students how to become villains. Sophie has always dreamed of going to the School for Good and becoming a princess, falling in love with a prince, and having the whole fairy tale ending. Agatha doesn't care about either school. She just wants to go home. She doesn't want to be there. But when they get there, Agatha is taken to the School for Good, while Sophie is taken to the School for Evil. Now, Sophie is desperately trying to find a way how to get into the School for Good, while Agatha is just trying to find a way home and convince Sophie to come with her. I have a full review of the first book in the series, so I'll leave that link down below, but I loved this series, at least the first 3 books so far that I've read. I've loved them. I loved the fairy tale feel, and it hooked me right from the beginning, and I loved the characters and their friendships, especially Agatha and Sophie's friendship. You don't see too many female friendships in books, so I was really glad to see that. I really liked it, and this is a series I definitely recommend, especially if you like fairy tale type of books. The second book is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This book has been compared to Harry Potter, and I can see why. There are elements of the story that remind me of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So if you love Harry Potter, which most of us do, and you want something similar, this might be one to check out. I also have a full review of the first 2 books in this series, so I'll leave that linked below as well. This one's about a girl named Morgan Crow who is a cursed child. She is fated to die on her 11th birthday. But before that could happen, a man named Jupiter shows up and offers her a chance to live if she comes with them to this magical secret place called Nevermore. Once she's there, she finds out she has to participate in a set of trials which will determine if she gets to stay in Nevermore or go back home to await her fate. This series is so good, and I really love the villain in here. I love a really well-written villain, especially one that's, very charismatic, but also evil at the same time. And that's exactly the type of villain we get in this story. So I loved it so much. The 3rd book comes out this year, and I cannot wait for it. The next series I'm going to recommend is the Cassidy series by Victoria Schwab. This is a paranormal ghost story. The first book is called City of Ghosts, and the second one is Tunnel of Bones. These were some of my favorite books that I read in 2019, And I've recommended them before in another recommendation video, which I'll leave linked down below, but these were so good. So for this one, I'm actually going to read the Goodreads synopsis because I think that's easier than explaining it. But for this one, here's the synopsis. Cassidy Blake's parents are the inspectors, a somewhat inept ghost hunting team, but Cass herself can really see ghosts. In fact, her best friend Jacob just happens to be one. When the inspectors head to ultra-haunted Edinburgh, Scotland for their new TV show, Cass and Jacob come along. In Scotland, Cass is surrounded by ghosts, not all of them friendly. Then she meets Laura, a girl who can also see the dead. But Laura tells Cassidy that as an in-betweener, their job is to send ghosts permanently beyond the veil. Cass isn't so sure about her new mission, but she does know the sinister Red Raven haunting the city doesn't belong in her world. Cassidy's powers will draw her into an epic fight that stretches through the worlds of the living and the dead in order to save herself. So this series is just a really fun one with lots of adventures and great characters. It's fast-paced, it keeps you turning the pages, and I can't wait for the next one. The next series I'm going to recommend is also a paranormal ghost story, and it's called Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. So for this one, again, I'm going to read you the Goodreads synopsis. So here's what it says. After suffering a tragic loss, 11-year-old Ollie only finds solace in books. So when she happens upon a crazed woman at the river threatening to throw a book into the water, Ollie doesn't think. She just acts, stealing the book and running away. As she begins to read the slender volume, Ollie discovers a chilling story about a girl named Beth, two brothers who both loved her, and a peculiar deal made with the Smiling Man, a sinister specter who grants your most tightly held wish, but only for the ultimate price. Ollie is captivated by the tale until her school trip the next day to Smoke Hollow, a local farm with a haunted history of its own. There she stumbles upon the graves of the fairy people she's been reading about. Could it be the story about the Smiling Man is true? Ollie doesn't have long to think about the answer to that. On the way home, the school bus breaks down, sending their teacher back to the farm for help. But the strange bus driver has some advice for the kids left behind in his care. Best get moving. At nightfall, they'll come for the rest of you. Nightfall is indeed fast descending when Ollie's previously broken digital wristwatch, a keepsake reminder of better times, begins a startling countdown and delivers a terrifying message. Run. Only Ollie and two of her classmates heed the bus driver's warning. As the trio head out into the woods, bordered by a field of scarecrows that seems to be watching them, the bus driver has just one final piece of advice for Ollie and her friends. Avoid large places. Keep to small. And with that, a deliciously creepy and hair-raising adventure begins. This was another middle grade series that became a favorite of mine last year. I really enjoyed the first one, but I loved the second one, Dead Voices, even more. I think the writing style definitely improved in the second one, and I loved the setting. It's in a remote, isolated cabin surrounded by mountains of snow, and I feel like that just added to the creepy atmosphere. This is another one where I really love the villain in the series. The Smiling Man is so creepy, especially in the second book. Like I said, I enjoyed the first one, but the second one was definitely a lot better, and I can't wait for the next book in the series to see what's going to happen next and what the Smiling Man has planned. My last middle grade recommendation for now, because I'm sure I'll do an updated list in the future, but the last book on this list for now is the Prosper Redding duology by Alexandra Bracken. The first book is The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding, and the second is The Last Life of Prince Alistair. So this one's about a kid named Prosper Redding, whose ancestor made a deal with the demon named Alistair. So Prosper's family's fortune and luck came from the deal made with Alistair, but unfortunately, since his ancestor broke the terms of the deal, Prosper is left to deal with the consequences. Alistair has returned and is now living inside of Prosper and trying to control him. Prosper has to figure out a way to break the curse and banish Alistair back to the demon realm before it's too late. Despite the summary of this book, it's actually a light-hearted, entertaining read. There were a lot of funny moments, especially with Alistair, which I think helped lighten the mood and tone of the book. Alistair, being a demon who hasn't been to the human world in over a few centuries, is now living in the modern human world, and there's a lot that he's learning and discovering, which makes things interesting and funny. If anyone here has seen the show Sleepy Hollow, you know that Crane wakes up in the modern world a century later, and everything is different, and his reaction to things is just hilarious. And that's what Alistair reminded me of. He definitely reminded me of Crane a bit, except Crane isn't a demon. I love the character growth we get to see with both Alistair and Prosper's characters throughout the series. It was interesting seeing them grow and seeing some of the things they struggled with. Also, I highly recommend the audiobook for this series. The audio narration was great and I loved it. So that's it. Those are my book recommendations for middle grade series. Let me know what are some of your favorite middle grade books. And if you don't read too much middle grade, let me know what's your favorite genre and what do you like about it. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it for today. I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye!